Alright guys, if you're watching this video, you probably have seen me just gilt this Judy&Nick medal. Wonderful medal, strength and defense boost by 1 tier for 1 turn. Great. I threw poison on it, and I was able to gilt it at 21%. Now, I've got a little bit of a problem with this, okay? There are 3, kind of 4 tiers of gilting for medals. There's the low gilt, which are like the quest medals, and they can range from 10 to 25% of a bonus. There are most of the medals that you'll get from a pull will be medium gilt medals, and they'll range from 20 to a 50% gilt. And then you have like the high and like ultra high sort of, which will get you from 40 to 100% or 60 to 130%. Now, my problem is Square Enix made the Nick and Judy medal, which is a good medal. They gave you enough medals that you could gilt it once. And that's fine. It's just they made it so difficult for even pay-to-play players to be able to get this medal. The only way I was able to accomplish it was I literally had one day where I was able to find a 100% gilted Black Coat King Mickey as a friend medal from a guy named Air Seal. If you can find him or her, link him to this video. Thank you. I've told him to link to like 3 videos now, so that it's whatever. But even with a 100% gilted Black Coat King Mickey, which will hit all enemies, has a very good damage multiplier, and it doesn't have an attribute, so nothing will be like not effective to it. Even with that, it took me dozens of tries and getting lucky with abilities and tinkering around with the minutia of which medal I should put and where I should put it and how I should boost and doing all of these things, and I was finally able to get all 7 of them. For a pay-to-play player, if you did not have a strong gilted Black Coat King Mickey, even if you had super strong other medals that were gilted, I don't know how you were able to do, if you were able to, like, it seemed damn near impossible. And it's one of those things that I finally got all of them, and I'm like, I'm going to gilt this. I know that the range is 20 to 50. If I got above like a 35, I just wanted to get a new record high gilt. My Snow White is at, I think, 37%. I wanted to get higher than that, you know, just set a new record, and it would be a medal that I would use a lot. And I got 21, 1% higher than the minimum possible for gilting a medal at this tier. And I get that it's RNG, and I get that I just have bad luck with gilting medals when I'm recording. You can check out the playlist, and it'll reflect that. But putting a medal like this, where you cannot get it from a pull, there are only 7 that you have 2 weeks to get, and the last in number 6 in medal 6 and 7 are so ridiculously difficult to get that I'm seeing hardcore, like, spent hundreds of dollars on this game, pay to play players struggling. Then to only give it a medium level gilt, it's kind of a slap in the face, especially for someone like me who got just barely above the minimum, and now I'm stuck with this medal that I was super excited about and I really wanted to use, and I'm still going to use it, but it's like I would have to have, what, 29 magic mirrors to max this thing out. I would have to have, like, what, 16 magic mirrors just to get it to like a decent gilt at this tier. That's ridiculous. A medal like this where you have a very limited time to acquire it and there's a very limited number of them. You're not going to be able to get them from polls. You're not able to trade medals with people or anything. So those 7 are the 7 and that's all you got. Putting it at putting it at the medium guilt tier just seems kind of like a slap in the face. Like, if I had gotten a minimum guilt on a high tier and it had been 40%, I would have been upset, but that would have been a great medal. That would still be a really powerful medal. They changed nothing but the guilt tier about it. Like, I love these events where you can get exclusive medals like this, and the medals have been kind of hit or miss when it comes to usefulness, but I don't know, it's just, the medals that they're putting these like paywalls behind, specifically with like avatar boards and the illustrated medals that have been coming with them, or ones that come with just a ridiculously high difficulty wall that is nearly impossible to get behind, and then they're putting it at these lower tier guilts, which if you were able to get a max guilt 50%, that's still a very good medal. That's a wonderful guilt even among high guilt tiers. It's just, you're opening up the door for people who busted their balls and spent hundreds of AP, literal hundreds of AP, trying to get this medal, and then you just give them a slap in the face with a 21% guilt. Where I have my Waka, where I was able to guilt it and get a 23% right off the bat. I was able to guilt freaking Pence at 25% the very first time. The Kingdom Hearts 3D Sora version A, 25%. Kingdom Hearts 3D Riku, 24%. There needs to be a bit of minutia here with these tiers. Like, the fact that getting a bad guilt will be a lower percentage guilt than getting a great guilt on the previous tier doesn't really sit well with me. And I'm mostly just making this video because I'm really upset with RNG right now, and I'm really, really upset that I spent so much time and effort and AP to get this medal guilted. And a lot of luck to get this medal guilted. And I end up with a 21% boost medal that costs 3 gauges. I don't know. It seems strong, it seems great. I want to use it, but it's leaving a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about guilting and RNG in this game. Like, I've been getting some great guilts on terrible medals. I've been getting some great guilts on just random medals that I'm not ever going to use. And when it comes to these really good medals, they're put in these, in my opinion, not really well thought out tiers for guilting. I'm glad that they have a minimum and a maximum, and that minimum and maximum shifts depending on how common the medal is, or how strong the medal is, or how strong they want the medal to be. I'm fine with all of that. It's just, there needs to be a little bit of reworking here, and they need to maybe rethink how they're going to be doing these events in the future, because after seeing this 21%, and after going through all of the work to get this medal, I don't know if I want to go through that work for other medals in the future, and it kind of makes the game less fun, and if I'm being honest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you think I'm totally wrong, tell me why I'm wrong, please. I want to hear your opinions. Tell me your experience. Were you able to get this medal and guilt it? Because no one else in my party was. And I've seen many pay-to-play YouTubers that are not able to guilt this medal. And I don't know. Just let me know. Subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. If you agree with me, drop a like. Let me know in the comments, because I mean that means a lot to me. That would show me that I'm not alone in this. If you don't, then feel free to dislike it and tell me why I'm wrong. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. See you later.